So what do? We have to make sure that stress is down.
Tenemos que asegurar que haya un bajo nivel de estrés.
Then the RAS, it's looking for change. So we present change, not scared, not threatening, change that the brain decides, okay, come in, I think this is going to be pleasure. If the RAS, I think this will be pleasure, and I'm not stressed, I'll let it in.
Entonces, si primero ve que no hay amenaza y luego ve placer, bueno, lo va a invitar a entrar. Esa información va a ser invitada a entrar.
Now, I'll tell you some exciting ways to show to take that RAS and make it welcome information.
Les voy a mostrar cómo se puede hacer para darle la bienvenida a esa información.
Now, one of the ways to make change, to make the RAS pay attention, is with a suspenseful pause.
Una de las estrategias es crear suspenso.
So that's easy.
Hacer una pausa.
Anything that builds curiosity. Remember, it's looking for pleasure. But if it's curious enough to, if the RAS is curious and thinks maybe there's pleasure from that smell or from the sound of a bunny, it will let the information in.
Todo lo que traiga curiosidad consigo, imaginemos el zorro con un olor que lo atrae, va a hacer que esa información penetre.
So first of all, make sure low stress. And tomorrow we'll talk more. So we'll pretend the brain is not threatened.
Primero de todo, hacemos que el cerebro no se estrese.
So routines that are rules that you always promise that in your classroom, that that you'll protect the students from their feelings being hurt or somebody taking their papers. You'll protect them. They trust you. That is how you lower the stress.
El estrés se puede bajar con un hábito de rutina donde el chico llegue y sepa que van a pasar determinadas cosas que lo contienen. El alumno generalmente confía en su profesor.
Okay, now it's looking for novelty. What's new? So just like the rabbit, just like the fox, just like the brain of every human, here, me, and now. Ahora, yo, y aquí. Aquí, sí. All right. These strategies get through the RAS. Surprise, something not scary, but surprise.
Sorpresa.
Get through the RAS, okay? It's unlocking the RAS. You just read them.
Sí, eventos ridículos, discrepantes con la realidad, la activación de conocimientos previos, propaganda, color y vestimentas curiosas como disfraces. El humor también.
So, sometimes exaggerate examples. Make things in math, make the numbers really big.
Por ejemplo, la novedad puede estar dada en hacer números realmente grandes.
Kids, their RAS will let in something that's curious or unusual. So I went to Dubai to talk to teachers, and my students said, the tallest building in the world is in Dubai.
Ella fue a Dubai a dar una conferencia a los docentes de Dubai y le mostraba el edificio más alto del mundo que está en Dubai.
So I promised I'd bring back a photograph.
Prometió traer una foto.
So I told them that this is the 2,000-foot building. This is the tallest building this is the tallest building in Argentina, and this is the tallest building in Uruguay. then they would say, wow, and I would use that wow to teach a lesson, like tall, taller, tallest, or ratio and proportion.
Toma esta foto, compara distintos edificios y utiliza esta foto como estímulo y curiosidad para enseñar comparativos, superlativos, proporción o lo que quiera enseñar en matemáticas. Ella enseña matemáticas.
People spend a lot of money, companies spend a lot of money to research what works in their advertisements.
Las empresas gastan mucho dinero en mostrar qué es lo que funciona en propagandas.
Well, we can use advertisements.
Entonces usemos las propagandas.
So the RAS is curious about what's coming.
Así el RAS está curioso sobre lo que viene.
So you take a unit that they don't like, and a week or 2 weeks before that topic, you start advertising it, giving them hints, but not telling them what it is. Let them guess, but don't tell them.
Si hay un tema que tenemos que enseñar y a los alumnos no les gusta, 1 o 2 semanas antes les presentamos algo que tenga que ver con el tema, pero sin decirles para qué lo vamos a utilizar, solamente para despertar su curiosidad. Ellos tienen que adivinar qué es lo que queremos decir.
So now the fox is curious. One day you see the arm in a cast. The next day you put up an X-ray of a broken arm. They're curious.
Ahora el zorro está curioso. Primero ve un brazo enyesado, luego ve un hueso roto. Está cada vez más curioso.
Now they're curious. They want to know. If you would have said, next week we're going to learn fractions.
Si dijéramos la semana que viene vamos a aprender sobre cómo se rompen los huesos. Perdón.
Fracture, broken, yeah. Okay, so
breaking bone.
But let them guess, because if they are curious, the RAS will let the information in for a while.
Si son curiosos, el sistema reticular toma la información, pero por poco tiempo.
Now, in your email, you get cool pictures, exciting pictures. Save pictures. If you want your students or your faculty to listen to what you're saying, put up a picture, just any picture, and figure out how the picture relates to what you're going to say.
Dice que en Internet recibimos muchas imágenes y que podemos utilizarlas para introducir temas y ver qué conexión tiene este tema con lo que ella va a enseñar.
Now, my feeling is you could figure out if you were teaching about ratio and proportion, if you were teaching about the judging people on the surface or what's below the surface, or if you were talking about when you hear a poem, is it just the meaning of the words or is there deeper meaning? There's so many topics that work with this picture.
Hay ejemplos de qué temas podemos tratar con esto, o proporciones, o el segundo sentido de una palabra, el sentido escondido en una oración, o simplemente la imagen de una persona y lo que lleva dentro.
So now you have the RAS. Cool picture, they'll listen. How about a radish?
Rabanitos.
I'll tell you something. I went to the market on a Sunday. My students know there's always going to be something in the classroom that's not math. Right now I teach math. Before I taught everything.
Ella fue al mercado un domingo, sus alumnos saben que ella enseña matemáticas, pero que siempre va a haber algo que no tiene que ver con matemáticas.
So,
trajo rabanitos.
I'll talk about math. And my students, I promised them, because I want them to come in the door, and I want their RAS open. So I make a promise. First thing will never be math.
Ella quiere que cuando entren al aula tengan el sistema reticular muy alerta, porque saben que lo primero que hace, lo primero que va a presentar no es matemáticas.
Now, students in 8th grade and 9th grade will be in my classroom before they'll go to theirs because they want to see what I have to show. That's a good thing.
Alumnos de otras clases vienen a la de ella para ver qué es lo que trae cada día, porque tienen esa curiosidad, antes de ir al aula que les corresponde.
And it really does not take a whole lot of time because almost you can, just like with the photograph, you can use almost anything that's interesting and make it fit your lesson.
No es ni caro ni difícil porque hasta una foto puede lograr el objetivo de funcionar como mensaje para una lección.
So here it is on Sunday. I don't know what to have to surprise them, what novelty I have for Monday. But I'm in the supermarket and I see radishes, not very expensive, and I buy 50.
No sabía qué comprar, fue al mercado, vio que estaban baratos los rabanitos y compró un paquete.
And it works. I have a radish on every desk when they come in. Oh, they're so excited.
Puso un rabanito en cada escritorio para sorprender.
And I know at home, if they saw a radish on their plate, they push it away.
Ya sabe que no les guste, que seguramente en casa la desechan si es comida, ¿no es cierto? Se los dan como alimento.
But discrepant events, why is there a radish in school? And is this radish for me? Right now?
Les sorprende verla en la escuela y se preguntan si es para ellos.
Their RAS is so excited and I haven't said a word. I said, make sure there's no danger in the radish.
El sistema reticular está tan alerta que ella no dijo nada, pero solamente enunció, cuidado a ver si hay peligro en el rabanito.
So I think, what if they eat the radish? Great! If their parents say, what did you do in school? And they say, I ate a radish, their parents will be happy.
¿Por qué no comemos el rabanito? Si llegan a casa y le dicen a los padres que comieron un rabanito, los papás van a estar contentos.
But then I think, what if they throw it at somebody and hit them in the head? I can do brain surgery.
Después se me ocurrió, ¿por qué no se la tiran uno al otro? Así se rompen la cabeza y yo aprovecho y los opero.
But the radishes are soft.
Pero los rabanitos son blandos.
Okay, now here was the problem. The children started guessing right away. I know. I said, fine, if you know, they know the rule. You don't, I'm not going to tell you if you're right. I want you to predict. And you write it down on the prediction wall, and this is going to raise their curiosity. But I won't tell them what it's for until I'm ready.
Ella tiene una pared de predicciones donde los chicos pueden escribir para qué creen que es ese objeto que les regala los lunes. Y nunca les dice si es verdad o mentira, solamente es para crear ese ambiente de curiosidad y creatividad.
Because I want all the students to have a turn.
Y quiere que todos participen.
Now, I've had lots of guesses, and any guess is really right if they think the radish had to do with this or that. Anything that was connected in their brain, great.
Ahora tienen, después de que los chicos predicen un montón de ideas, y la verdad es que están todas bien, porque todas tienen que ver con el objeto que ella les regaló.
Now, at the beginning of the year, before they feel comfortable predicting and guessing and thinking, the radish, the lesson, they might not have made any predictions.
A comienzo de año, cuando todo este proyecto comenzó, podía que no hubieran predicciones al respecto.